Did you know that when we lose body fat, we're also losing potential thermal energy? Hey everyone, this is Mr. Lara, and in today's video, we'll discuss the transformation of energy within organisms. In simple terms, energy is the capacity to do work, and it has several forms, such as potential, kinetic, thermal, chemical, biochemical, and mechanical. But can energy be converted from one form to another? The law of conservation states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be converted from one form of energy to another. For example, energy stored in the chemical bonds of atoms and molecules is called chemical energy. In an exothermic reaction, these chemical bonds are broken and energy is released. When this happens, chemical energy is converted into thermal energy. We see this conversion of energy in the digestion of food in organisms. When an organism eats, the food contains chemical energy that is transformed into other forms of energy to support their biological and life processes. But if organisms are getting energy directly from the food, why would they need to convert it into other forms? There are two main reasons. First, organisms cannot directly use chemical energy stored in food. It needs to be converted into something they can directly use, such as thermal, potential, or mechanical energy. Second, organisms cannot directly store chemical energy. That's why they have to convert it into biochemical energy, so it can be stored in fats and used when needed. Extracting, converting, using and storing energy from food happens during digestion, when large food particles are broken down into smaller biochemical molecules. For example, when an organism eats food, it is first broken down during digestion, where some of the chemical energy is converted into heat and some into thermal energy. That's why whenever we eat, our bodies feel a little warm during digestion. Thermal energy is used to maintain and regulate our body temperatures and support metabolic activities. The excess thermal energy is then stored in a substance called fat, and the body stores fat most commonly in the abdomen. This potential thermal energy can be used at a later time. During digestion, some of the chemical energy stored is converted into mechanical energy to support muscle movement. For example, digestion happens in our stomach, and the walls of our stomach are made up of muscles. The muscles in the stomach walls contract and relax to help break down large food particles into smaller ones and then into molecules. So part of the chemical energy is converted into mechanical energy, which helps these muscles move. This movement also converts mechanical energy into thermal energy, which helps maintain the temperature needed for digestion. Energy is stored in the chemical bonds of the ATP molecule. When this energy is needed by the cells, the phosphate bonds in the ATP are broken to release the energy. An example of this is when our muscles contract. When this occurs, chemical energy in ATP is released and transformed into mechanical energy. Let's review what we just learned. Energy is the capacity to do work. Energy has several forms, such as potential, mechanical, chemical, kinetic, and biochemical energy. Energy can be converted from one form into another. Organisms get chemical energy from food that is converted into other forms of energy to support biological and life processes. Organisms cannot directly use or store chemical energy. Digestion converts chemical energy in food into thermal energy that is used to maintain body temperature and support metabolic activities. Excess thermal energy is stored as potential thermal energy in body fat. Chemical energy is also converted into mechanical energy during muscle movement. In digestion, some chemical energy is converted into mechanical energy to help the movement of the muscles in the stomach walls. In cellular respiration, chemical energy from ATP can be converted into different energy depending on what the cell needs to do.